Hey everyone, it's Saturday night in Gallup, New Mexico. We're staying at the El Rancho Hotel and Motel in Gallup, and this place has a lot of Hollywood history. The lobby is spectacular. The rooms are named after celebrities who supposedly stayed here. I'm in the Joel McRae room. Jordan is in the Rosalind Russell room, but they spelled it Rosalina. I saw Barbara Payton's name, Henry Fonda's name. This place is awesome. It's been around since the 30s, I think. But we're about 3/4 of the way through our trip across the country, Route 66. And really. And we've been having a blast staying in little towns that never been in before. And it's just been really cool. Jordan's got it all mapped out. He's hitting everything, every museum, every, largest rocking chair, arrows. I've seen some incredible, the barbed wire museum. I've seen insane things that have been so much fun. So I've collected a few of those, just little short clips to show you of the trip so far, and it's been so much fun. So I thought you might enjoy a little bit of it. So, all right. This is about as Route 66 as it gets. We're in Joliet, Illinois. Get your dicks. Joliet, Illinois. The former home of Joliet and Jake from the Blues Brothers. So now the prison is basically just a tourist attraction. You could say it's been decommissioned. Joliet Prison. That'd be fun to go through, wouldn't it? We're leaving Cuba, Missouri, and well, I guess it's Fanning now. Cuba was just a little while away behind us, and left our mark on the second largest rocking chair in the world.
Do you think this could have been Robert Walpo's chair?
Whoa, what a disappointing visit. Look at this thing, it's massive. I love it. Look
they should have done is on this mural over here, they should have Robert Wadlow on a motorcycle riding down Route 66.
Right in Danny's gas hole. We're in Glenrio, New Mexico. Actually, I think it's still Glenrio, Texas. And just over there is the Texas-New Mexico border. And this town, I'm stealing directly from Jordan, because Jordan told me the story, that the town was divided in half. Half was in Texas, half was in New Mexico. And one half would sell gasoline, and because it was cheaper on the taxes, and the other half would sell alcohol, because it wasn't allowed on the other half. So it's this is what's left of it. Another one of the inspirations for the movie Cars, which I have learned a lot about since being on this road trip. This is the Jordan the Lion road trip. He's taking me to all these places, and I'm just pilfering his information because he's generous that way. But look at that diner, isn't that cool? That is so cool. That would be a nice studio apartment. And it's still embraced as a tourist destination, even though it's sort of ruined. But the bones are there, quite literally. So they, I guess they could bring it back one day if they wanted to. Looks like there's the volunteer fire department. I'm assuming it's a volunteer fire department. There you are.
Face in here. Somebody created a face.
This place is pretty cool, Jordan.
Yeah. Glenrio.
Pretty neat. I mean, sad but neat. So they are building something, as I said, that is new. Somebody's here too. We haven't seen anybody, but there's a parking lot going in. Some kind of theater. But yeah, here's a cool abandoned building. I gotta be careful here because I'm not. I know there's rattlesnakes out here. This is where they had sacrifices. But Jordan's going to the way back. I can't go back there because I'm not wearing jeans or anything. And I don't want to. But this is something, isn't it? Glenrio. And there's another building back there. As I said, I'm not going back there. There's Jordan.
So it looks, I mean, pretty amazing compared to like what it looks like in the movie. It's identical, and that's in the movie. That bend in the fence, but right over here is where Patrick Swayze does his handstand. When they're coming back, he comes up here and grabs this and does a handstand right here. The Curtis house. And they, Thank you, yeah.
And there's the train.
Of course, yeah.
This is cool, Jordan. So you're a big fan of this movie, eh?
I love this movie because it springboarded like Tom Cruise, Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, Ralph Macchio, all these like big actors. And I'm a huge Patrick Swayze fan, so knowing he would say that when they filmed this movie, Francis Ford Coppola would ask you like what your biggest fears were and stuff throughout the filming, and then he would, on a microphone and a PA system right before you filmed a scene, he would start mentioning them to get you nervous and work you up to make you focus on your scene. It was a weird thing. He said he hated it, but he said it was probably the best learning experience as an actor he ever had. So really cool to see that Danny Boy O'Connor owns this house now, saved it. They have parking.
Yeah, we do credit cards for gift shop. That's the thing today, if that's okay.
So in Amarillo, Texas, and at the old Cadillac Ranch. Now, I came out to the Cadillac Ranch in the 90s, and the Cadillacs themselves were, you know, there's some spray paint on them. Well, and I guess, as I understand it, they were tired of trying to keep the spray paint off of them and cleaning them up, so they decided to embrace it, and this is the result of that. If you want to go see the Cadillacs and leave your dirty shoes hanging on a barbed wire fence, which seems to be a thing, you can buy your spray paint there and walk out to the cool Cadillacs, which are now probably a foot thicker because of all the paint on them, and vandalize. It's very exciting. People really love it. You give people some spray paint, and this is the result. You get oh, bless luck. People are so kind.
Hurry up, you gotta spray this. Does it look like?
You know, give people some spray paint and they'll do,
I know.
People are pigs, you know, they really, really are pigs.
It's like there's no need for that.
No, really unnecessary.
Cover it up.
Good for you guys.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
And just dump it there. Just put it there. It's okay. You must be done with that.
Late last night.
I didn't know.
Yeah, just leave it there. It's all good. God, those tires are just, they don't even exist anymore. They're just like melted with all the chemicals. I gotta say, the colors are fun to look at. Spin art. There's only one that people can spray paint now because it's all underwater. I guess that's why people are painting penises on the ground. The 2 jail cell in Gardner, Illinois. 1 building, 2 cells. Go to jail, go directly to jail, to Gardner, Illinois.
This piece of Gardner history has been moved to this location so that you can experience what it was like to travel and eat in the early days of Route 66. While you're here, be sure to take the time to read the text on the display flag out by the sidewalk. It tells about our most famous resident. His name was Reverend Christian Christians.
Only a pot to pee in.
This true story is so fascinating. It's certainly you're not one to miss learning about this book. Our hope is that at the top of your pleasant memory list will be a visit to Gardner, Illinois. If you're traveling south, your next must-visit community is Dwight, Illinois.
We have been welcomed to Catoosa, Oklahoma, to see the blue whale. This is a genuine Route 66 tourist attraction. This is a swimming hole in Oklahoma, and literally a blue whale swimming hole. I want to avoid getting these people in the picture because I don't want to think I'm perving out. But yeah, this is a genuine, legitimate swimming hole. This reminds me of this when we were kids going to playgrounds and having this, like we had a starfish, I think was ours, or a moon, that's what it was, all made of this sort of blown kind of concrete death traps they were. Look at this. That's really cool. If I was a kid, I'd be all over this. With the turtles. Turtles. And fishies. Pretty neat. Look at that. Too windy! Oh my god! Ah! Get a wind muffler, dude. Go to Oklahoma. What is that supposed to be? Its spine? I don't want to even. This is very, very cool. I'm so glad it exists. You'd feel like these things don't exist anymore. So thanks for joining me on my little Route 66 trip. Thanks, Jordan, for bringing me along. Actually, I've had a blast. And thank you all for watching. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your attention. And until next time. You heard me.